What up, y'all? And we are bringing back a very, very special, very, very highly anticipated and missed section of the podcast. Starting this week, we're bringing back What a Bro Knows, and it is now sponsored. Yeah, we have sponsors now, man. We're moving up in the world. We got our section of our podcast sponsored by Black Lux. And we have a special guest, the owner of Black Lux, who's going to talk about that. And we're going to ask her a whole lot about things in general.
The owner, the CEO, the president.
Owner, CEO,
Everything.
CFO, what have
the
you.
founder.
The boss. Well, see, you're in Mob Ties too, because Mob Ties by Jay Prince, the collection of bosses. You a boss too, so you're qualified to be in Mob Ties too.
So you qualify.
Yeah, there you go. He done said it too. So yes, we're bringing back What a Bro Knows, and we have the lovely Wynnter Withers joining us today. She is the owner of Black Lux. Black Lux is the ultimate women's playhouse. We'll put it like that. Yeah, a variety of things on sale. A lot of sexual. A lot of good stuff, man. Things I want to check out, honestly, because you got whips on there. Pandemic's ending. We going outside again. We dating again. So I'm gonna check some of these items out and see if I could put some work in. But we had a lovely Wynnter Withers joining us. First off, girl, how you been? And how are things moving for you? You said you graduated recently, so congratulations for that. But how you been? How you been, girl?
I've been good. I've been on my break recently, but I'm just getting back into doing everything full time. And that's what I dreamed of this whole 4 years. And I finally get to experience. So, so far I'm doing good. I'm just waiting to expand and then, just grow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's start from the beginning, because I really do want to know, like, how you got to found. And I think the opening you have on your website is interesting too, because you say you want to get rid of and educate people on the stigmas around all of your adult themed products.
Mm-hmm.
So what made you get into that field? What made you decide basically that this is what you want to open up, this is what you want to educate people on? Like, what made you get into that?
Okay, so first I'm gonna just go back to the beginning when I first started Black Lux. Like, originally I was making waist beads and I was doing body jewelry. And I was like, yo, this is like really something different. I don't know anybody else that's doing this, especially body jewelry. Like, I don't know any Black person that sells that. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. Time goes by, I'm like, I'm not really enjoying it. This isn't really going how I want it to go. So then I want to say, like, right before the pandemic, I'm like, who sells adult toys and lingerie like that? I think that's something I really want to get into. Like, I'm a freak, so I know I be needing stuff. I don't always want to go to Adam and Eve. Like, they be expensive. So I'm like, let me make my own business, something affordable for, the Black college students around town and everything. And that's how I originally started.
So when you started that, you wasn't kind of scared? Because like, whenever I go into when I used to go into a set store, I would be kind of nervous to walk around and look at certain shit. I used to go in just for the condoms, because I ain't like going to the gas station to get them. For some reason, it was just kind of embarrassing, or I didn't want to go to the Walmart or something like that. But
yeah, you're gonna see a family member there or something.
Yeah. I ain't want to be walking around.
Gonna be there.
Yeah, I ain't want to walk around. Oh, let me get some juice, some grapes, and a pack of condoms. And people, because I'll be judging people what they be having in their car sometimes. But you never felt like some type of nervousness of starting a business like this? Because I do think a lot of people, you don't really see a lot of Black owned set stores like that,
right?
Because I think people kind of feel like they'd be judged for it.
Yeah, I believe I probably felt a little bit nervous creating it at the time. But I think I was more nervous about starting my OnlyFans. Like, that was just a different type of, like, oh my God, people from my childhood are gonna follow me and look me up. Like, what if my family knows about this? Like, oh my God. So I think starting the store was pretty kind of easy, because everybody already knew what type of vibe I was on. But I think that was probably like the most craziest thing.
So what, the OnlyFans came first and then the sex store came
No,
after?
the business came first and then OnlyFans later.
Okay. So I want to talk about OnlyFans too. I'm glad you brought that up. I've been waiting to talk about this. OnlyFans is huge now. It's really blown up. A lot of people are on it now. It's very controversial. Some people, I think it's a healthy way for people to express themselves sexually, but some people think it is, it's controversial for a lot of reasons. Plus, you have celebrities on it now too, so it's kind of crazy. So how'd you get on Only? Like, what started you down that? Like, what made you say, okay, let me get this popping and see, like you said, because people are nervous about family members finding out and things like that. So what made you take that leap into OnlyFans?
My boyfriend came up with the idea of like being on Pornhub and stuff. He was like, yeah, I really want to be a porn star. Let's make some videos and upload it there. And I'm thinking like the bigger picture. I'm like, why be on Pornhub and make a little bit of money? Because you only make about like 30 cents off every view or something like that. So I'm like, I've been hearing about this OnlyFans stuff. Like, let's get into that. So that's exactly how it started. Like, we already had videos just, pre-recorded and everything. But around, I want to say the end of February, right before we went to Miami, we started uploading stuff. And this is right before quarantine. And then that's how we got started.
So do you be nervous about maybe like family or friends potentially paying money to subscribe to you so to kind of see? Because we actually had that conversation of potentially being on OnlyFans and like a creepy ass uncle or a family friend or something subscribe to it. So do you kind of be afraid of that, or is it like, well, it is what it is as long as he paying?
At first, I was really nervous because I had like a lot of people, like I said before, from my childhood and from my old town. Everybody, of course, gonna talk shit. So it made me nervous, and I'm like, I don't really know if I want to do this or show my face. But I'm like, that's where all the big bucks at. Like, you gotta show your face, and I'm cute, so of course I'm gonna show my face. And eventually, time goes by, and then you get more confidence as you continue to grow. So I wanted to wait until my parents until I like made a couple racks, and then I told my mom probably about a couple months ago, and she was like, I mean, I don't care, you're old enough to do what you want to do, just make sure that you're cautious and just be careful. And I actually told my dad today earlier because he was talking about Black Lux, and he was like, oh, how did you make so much money? Did you make it just from your business or from like something else? I was like, I did something else on the side. He was like, oh, what was it? I said, OnlyFans. So I'm trying to explain it to him in like a regular way, like, oh yeah, I just make videos and post pictures and people subscribe to me type shit. And he's like, okay, like what kind of videos do you do? And I'm like, I'm like, those kind of videos. So he already got the gist of it. Like, he already understood. Like, he done some stuff like that in his past. So he's like, I definitely understand. Like, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, and I'm just proud of you, and just keep doing what you're doing. And like my mom said, just be careful. So they're both on the same vibe. I'm very grateful for them.
Okay, so what's your OnlyFans business plan? Because I've scoped it out a little bit, and I think there are some women on there who are being fair with the content, and there's some, especially the bigger names, the ones who you got to subscribe and then wait for the good shit. You got to get the DM and pay an extra $30, something like that. So it's kind of scammy, because first off, if you haven't been to OnlyFans before, you don't see anything when you look up somebody's page at first. You have to subscribe to even see anything. And you could set it for free, but most people have it behind the paywall. And after that, it's basically you're gambling on what you get for that subscription, because you don't really know. Yeah. Exactly. So what is your business plan? And do you think that some people kind of scam the system on OnlyFans, or is it just kind of, every woman for themselves and every man for themselves?
I'm gonna just say this flat out. Like, most of these females are scammers. They're, oh my God. Like, I subscribe to their page. I'm like, I want to know what all the hype is about. And it's just like a bunch of mediocre pictures. most of their videos are behind the DMs, like the paywall, and you have to pay like $30 for them. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I did that before because I had a mentor and she was like, yeah, charge these men like $50 for a video and then charge like $50 for a subscription. So I was making racks in the beginning, but then I was like, I don't want to feel like I'm a scammer. Like, I actually want to enjoy what I post and get the most money out of it and have it feel authentic. So I had my free page, and you post little teasers or whatever on there, and then post everything in the DM. And then I changed up my paid page a couple times. Like, I had a fully uncensored page at one time, but I didn't feel like people was very appreciative of the hard work that I was doing and putting up all these videos every week or every day. And it was just like I wasn't really making that much money. It was just off subscriptions. And guys are cheap. They're gonna want to pay $3 for a subscription and then keep it moving. Like, they want to see everything for $3. That's not going to happen. I'm sorry, y'all. It's not going to happen. I mean, you may find some OnlyFans creators whose pages are like that, but not mine, because been there, done that, and no. So I charge a little. I'm going to get you in for $3. I'm going to post little teasers and everything else that you want to see on the page, but them full-length videos, you got to pay for that.
So can you tell who subscribed to it, or is it just you can't tell?
I see everybody. I had one of my exes subscribe to me in the beginning, and I was just like, should I block him? I mean, you see my videos before, but just like, I don't know. It was just like really uncomfortable. I don't know why. People from I had school with, they subscribe. They're like, oh my God, I had a crush on you in high school, and I really like your stuff. Tipping big bucks. I miss them people.
They just trying to support, man. Even that ex, he trying to support your new endeavor, man. He probably do miss it too, but that's cool. That's cool. So what do you think about celebrities using the platform? Because I've seen a lot of controversy there as well. Some people think they're ruining it for everybody. There was a big controversy about, I think it was Bella Hadid, who got on and got a couple M's, but she wasn't really showing anything. It was like some goofy ass lingerie pictures she was charging for. Larsa Pippen is now on there. Scottie Pippen's ex-wife is now on OnlyFans too. So a lot of people are upset that these celebrities are coming in and hogging the bags for themselves, and they're not even posting good content. So what's your take on that? Do you think that the game's getting oversaturated with the celebrity stuff going on?
I definitely agree, but I also can't be mad because OnlyFans isn't just for pornographic stuff. It's literally for everybody, for singers, for actors, So I can't be too mad. But when you're pretending to post new photos and videos, then it's just like, okay, now you're a scammer. You can't be doing that because now you fucking up our bag. And people going to think that, oh yeah, well, she got this photo for like $5, $10, $50 or whatever. What if I unlock it and it's not even what I think it is? So I think it was Bella Thorne that really fucked it up for everybody, because now we have chargebacks on the site. So people can like call up their credit card companies or whatever and be like, yeah, I never made this purchase, or I never got what I received from this person, and charge it back. Like, I had a guy the other day charge back over $100-something worth of content. I was so pissed.
So do you lose that money if they do?
Yes. Sometimes they'll let you keep it, but other times they'll reverse it back to the people, so it comes out of your balance. That hurt me. I was expected to get paid and everything. It said, oh, you gotta wait next week. It took out the money. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, chargebacks are fucking up the game everywhere. Like, even for people who are buying stuff and reselling, like, they're getting chargebacks too. So now it's like, it's chargebacks are fucking up the online selling game right now, man. I've noticed that it's a cold world out there, man. Some people are scumbags.
Yeah,
pay for all your content, then act like they shit got hacked. Like, no, nigga. You subscribe to OnlyFans when you got it. So let me see what else. Okay, we talk about this a little bit. It's kind of hard to ask you this because your boyfriend got you on OnlyFans, but me and Figgy have debated on whether or not, like, number one, if we would date somebody with an OnlyFans, and number two, if, like, for example, Figgy is married. Like, if his wife wanted to start an OnlyFans, would he be cool with it? Of course, he says no, but I mean, that's his wife. So what's your take on that? What's your take on couples? And do you think, like let's say, for example, a man meets a woman, it gets real serious, and then eventually he's like, I want you to stop the OnlyFans. Do you think that's fair, or do you think he just got to get used to and accept it?
I think it depends on how consistent and how dedicated she is to it. Like, if I've been doing this before you and I'm making enough to survive and pay my bills or whatever, then I feel like you don't have a choice but to just let me continue to do it, because this is what I'm doing. And you have your job and I have my job. So that's just how it is. You have to respect me to and be able to trust me in a relationship, not to do no shady stuff. But I don't know. If I had a boy that did it, I don't know. I would probably look at him a little different. Like, oh, you got an OnlyFans, you probably holding around and everything.
Wait a minute. Wait. So why is though? Wait a minute. Why is it different if a man has it? You got to explain that part.
Okay, because for men, they're always looking for somebody to collab with. Like, I have a ton of creators in my DM. Like, oh, collab. Like, no, I don't know you. I don't want to have sex with you. Like, I don't even know you. Like, I'm sorry, it's just not me. You may have to ask somebody else to do that, but just not me. But I mean, I just feel like it's different for a girl, because if a girl's doing it, she's probably just like, really in it for the bag, and she's not trying to meet up with these people at all. But there's a bunch of different people. I know people that do meetups. I know a lot of people that don't do meetups. So whatever person you get into, you better ask them all the good questions that you need to.
So when you say collabs, are these collabs as far as like doing a video together or just meeting up and having sex? Oh, doing the video? Okay.
Yeah. Videos, photos, themes and everything. I heard it all.
What's the nastiest? Because I'm sure you've gotten a lot of DMs, and some people do request in special videos, some people don't. But what's the craziest thing you've gotten asked in the DM, or the craziest request you've gotten, like stepping on some eggshells or something, or like what's the craziest, weirdest shit you've gotten in your DMs?
Okay, I would say the first weirdest thing is when this guy, he asked me for a custom. He was like, oh, can you read one of my stories naked? And at the time I was just beginning. I'm like, I mean, hey man, that's like $50. I could do that easily. But then I think now a lot of people ask me for scat videos. And I mean, I want to say, I ain't gonna lie, those are probably like my favorite content to make, because it's so easy. Like, all I gotta do is record myself shitting for like $20, bro. I do it for free. Why not make some money off of it? They be want me to ship it too, and I'm just like, I don't know about all of that. But
oh damn! Wait, somebody asked you to ship it?
Yeah, there was this one girl and then this other guy, and they'd be like, oh my God, I love your shit. Like, can you ship it to me and everything? This one guy, he lives in North Carolina. He was like, oh, well, if you go to this public bathroom and shit in there and tell me where you're at, and I'll come get it out the toilet. And I'm just like, I'm not shitting in no public restroom. Like, that's first of all. Second of all, I'm not going to let you know where I'm at. Like, no.
Damn, shout out to Odell Beckham.
What? He like that type of stuff too?
You should have just went there, waited till somebody else shitted, and then said, hey, it's in this bathroom. And then they could have went and picked it up and you wouldn't have to do nothing. But that's crazy. Wow. There's some, see, I be thinking I'm a freak, man. I be thinking like I'm in some crazy shit. But then you hear some of these stories, I'm like, damn. Yeah, man. Shipping shit. That's crazy, man. That's wild.
I can't shame him, but everybody into their own little thing.
Yeah. So what's the craziest thing somebody? I'm guessing that's probably the craziest thing somebody offered, asked you to do.
Yeah, man.
Damn, that's crazy.
Oh wait, no, I actually have another one. It was this guy from my school. It's kind of like a similar story, but he was like, "Oh, I will pay you to shit in my mouth and use me as like a human toilet." And I'm asking my boyfriend,
Damn.
I'm like, yo, like I could really make a couple hundred off of this shit. Like, would you be down if I do this? He was like, hell no, I don't even want you to do it. Get close to this nigga. Like, no, it's not. And I'm like, I gotta respect it, but I mean, I kind of want to do it. It's kind of interesting. Like, I ain't never tried no shit like that before, but
Man. So have you ever been approached by like a celebrity or got a DM from a celebrity to do something?
Not much like a celebrity. Well, actually, yeah, I had a little Reese in my DM. He was talking to me and like some other girl. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'll fly you out to LA," type shit. And I'm like, I'm not into that. Like, I don't know you. Do you texting my phone? It was like, nah. But I networked with Pinky. One of my coaches is, I don't know if you know her, but her name is like Miss Feed Me. She's one of my coaches on OnlyFans. So I don't know if you would consider them like porn star celebrities, but yeah.
Okay, so are you and your boyfriend swingers? Have y'all done the swinging thing? Would you? So
no.
So let's say like an Odell Beckham Jr. hit you up and said, "Hey, I'll pay you a few racks to come down here and lay it on me." Would you have to talk? Would your boyfriend be down with that, or would that be still too far? Let's say he was gonna pay you 10 grand.
I already know he's not gonna be down for it. I already know he's not gonna be down. He was like, "I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot you too. You can think about doing
$10,000. $10,000. What you just want to be?
Now, is it because it's Odell Beckham? Is it? Do it have to be like a normal nigga, or
no? Just anybody. We talked about threesomes. He's like, I will be down to watch you like do it, but no, because you don't even like. You want to bring another girl in. I don't like girls, so I'm like, okay, well, like, what about another guy? He's like, definitely not. Like, I mean, like guys, so that's a no. So no threesomes. We've been talking about orgies. But everybody around us is pretty boring, so no orgies for now.
Nah, you don't like girls?
I don't like girls.
That's a damn shame.
That's kind of shocking.
I'm kind of sad.
It seemed like in 2021, a lot of women are into other women, and it's not like a thing where you be judged. It's kind of normal, to be honest. So I'll be shocked whenever a woman say, "No, I have no interest in a woman at all."
None. Maybe if it was like a young and May type of girl, then maybe. Because that's still kind of like on the masculine side. Yeah, but just like a flat girl, just like somebody like me, no, I can't. It's too much.
Yeah, that's even more shocking because a lot of women are into beautiful, like curvy women with big asses. But
I can be like she's pretty, but just like being in a relationship with one and doing the nasty, nah.
And I gotta call that out because that's one trend I see too. Like I feel like a lot of black women are fake lesbians. Like they be acting like they like even Nicki Minaj admitted she was doing the fake lesbian raps at one point. She's not into girls like that. I feel like a lot of black women in particular, because I've been looking at the ones who be posting the freaky shit, and you get to know them a little bit more. You approach the question, and they want to go to a strip club. They want to feel on a girl, but they don't want to actually go to the next level. I'm like, y'all faking the funk, man.
Yeah, I don't mean we fake. I mean we like what we see. We can admit that the girl is beautiful. She's attractive. We like looking at butts, titties, all that shit too. But just I can't do it, big dog. I can't.
when it's time for her to sit on your face, suddenly. When it's time for her to sit on your face,
maybe I'll sit on her face, but she can't sit on mine.
When it's time for you to eat the pussy, it's like, nah, I'm not like that.
Yeah.
She can eat me, but I don't know, not me.
Nah, I don't like that shit. I've been trying to get a threesome popping off for the longest time, but I can't do it, man. These women don't like women. I'm not gonna do it with another dude either. So
it's a give or take.
Stuck. So let's talk about your site a little bit. Your site is Black Lux. You spell black like Space Ghost Perp, and the Raider clan spell black. It's BLVCK Lux. And let's talk about what are some of your, because I see you got lingerie here, You got the onesie. That's a cute picture with the onesie on too.
Oh, thank you.
You got the dildos. You got the handcuffs. You got the whips. You got a whole lot of stuff. What are your best-selling products on the site?
My best-selling products would be my handcuffs, Big Willie, my Stimulate Me vibrator, my Pink Vortex, this little clit sucker, and then my lingerie, I would say like my sugar baby set, and then my robes. Oh, and a rich bitch, because everybody like wearing that for their birthday.
Okay. Okay, I see the paddle and all that too.
It's funny. I'm gonna pull the curtain back a little bit. So I did a ad spot for Black Lux, and I was the one that had to read it. So yeah, so I mentioned Big Willie in it, which is kind of hilarious.
Everybody
can't
love
wait
Big
to hear
Willie.
that shit now. Man.
Yeah. I might have to play it sometime soon just so we can laugh at it. But it's probably the funniest thing I ever did in my life, reading something off of a sex site, pretty much. Toys.
I love it. It gives me WBLS vibes. Like after dark.
Another thing I saw on the site that I thought was interesting, you have a pink pussycat sensual enhancement pill. One thing I thought that was interesting is this thing lasts up to 72 hours. Which, I mean, if you take a erection pill and it lasts for more than 4, you got to go to the hospital. So I'm wondering, like, when you take this pill, are you just down to fuck for 72 hours straight? Like, you don't even sleep on this shit? Like, what is this pill? Explain to me what this pill does for a woman.
Okay, so that's also one of my best sellers. Like, every girl go crazy over that. For me, it doesn't work the 72 hours. Like, sometimes it work. Maybe I have to mix it up with a little Henny or something to get it kicking. But usually when it does work, it like tingles you a little bit and it gets you like extremely horny. And then you just go crazy on the dick. Like, but I know other people are different. They're like, yeah, I woke up and I'm still horny. But you know, everybody is different in their own way. So I think I'm just used to everything. So nothing works for me anymore.
Desensitized. I've been there. What's the longest session you've had sexually?
That's crazy because we was just talking about this the other day. I think 2 hours, maybe.
Okay.
I want to say 2 hours max, because can I tell you this quick story right now?
Yeah.
I had a friend and we were asking this question. He was like, yeah, the longest he had sex for one round was 8 hours. I'm like, there is no way you having sex for one round, no breaks, no water breaks, no nothing, for 8 hours. Like, how does the coochie even stay wet for that long? Just like in and out. How are you still hard for 8 hours straight? Like, I just don't believe it. That's a whole work shift and you're not getting paid for it. So like, what the hell? We're like, that's cap. That's definitely cap. Like, I feel like 2-3 hours max around should be.
That's a little high right there.
Right, but that's
Yeah.
max. Like, you're pushing it.
2 or 3 hours nonstop. Now I understand that, you know, you going and then you fall asleep, wake up and go again, and fall asleep, wake up and go again, that type of thing. But damn, 3 hours of humping.
That's the max. You gotta really be into it and like sensual and that type of vibe for it to be, I want to say 3 hours. But I'd be ready to get in there and get out. I can't be doing all this for a long time.
Same here. I'm about to be 33.
You're back on blowout, man.
I ain't got nothing to prove.
I'm like, hurry up, make it quick. Come on now.
I proved that 10 years ago. So nothing to prove.
The 2 hour is like a vacation and y'all both drunk and y'all both having a good time and like, fuck it, we gonna spend about 2 hours and then just collapse and fall asleep afterwards.
Yeah.
But some people be acting like they be having sex for 2 hours every night. Like, there's no way, man. There's no way. Y'all ain't getting tired of that shit after like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
once every couple of days is good enough for me, but not every day. That's too much.
So having sex every day is too much for you?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Every
what's the most you'll have sex during the week? What's your limit?
If I'm in that mood, then I want to say like 3-4 times a week. But I want to say the average is usually twice a week. Because I'm good without it. I be focused on my business and doing what I need to do. I feel like sex takes too much time out my day where I could be making money. I mean, I could be making money with the sex, but
yeah. That's true.
Yeah, I always wondered that because I think we talked about this on the podcast too. As far as like dating, would you date a porn star type of thing? Do you feel like I'm trying to see how I'm trying to say this. I guess with a porn star, do you have the same performance on in your personal time with your significant other like you do in videos, or is that, or with your personal guy you kind of like let's get it over type of thing? Because I always wonder that, because when you look at porn stars, they're pretty much performing.
Right.
So I'm wondering, do they get that same type of performance at home?
It's not the same versus being on camera. Like when it's just us and no cameras, I like it. It's actually better because you don't have to worry about the ring light being bright as hell, and if the camera's recording. I feel like when the cameras are on, it's more of like you're acting and you want to get this right angle, or you want to get this scene done, and you got to wear this, and it's just not the same. Like it just feels real fake to me. So that's kind of why I stopped making videos for the moment, because it's just like I don't want them fake sex. I want something real and authentic.
Yeah. So, can you kind of walk us through a scene of how you put together like a sex scene? Because to a regular nigga like me, is like, oh, they just go in there, have sex, and get recorded. But how do it go? How much work it is making a sex tape, like an official sex tape?
Okay. So sometimes if we are just in the middle of sex, sometimes he'll just pull out the phone and just start recording. Like that's cool. But there's other days where we see videos on Twitter and we're like, oh my God, we want to recreate this. We'll plan it out and like, okay, well, we want to do this type of angle, and we probably want to make a video for this long, or we want to film it in this room with this type of light. Got to have the ring light. We got to have both our phones in different angles. It's just a lot to go into it. You got to market yourself on Twitter and all these other different sites. You got to edit. Edit is probably the worst thing, and I hate it so much. Editing takes so long. But once you do that, you just gotta post it on your different sites and market, and you have to be consistent on the daily. And it's a job. Literally, it's a job. Sex work is not easy.
Do you ever get offended when you see women be like, oh yeah, I need to be a porn star, or I need to post my sex tape? Because like you said, it's hard work. And I don't think all sex tapes are great. You know what I mean? Especially the amateur ones. But do you kind of get offended when people just think it's easy like that? Where it's like, what get me offended, I guess in our field, is when people say, "Oh, we should start a podcast." Like, "Oh, we talk in the group chat all the time. We should start a podcast." Do you feel that similar way when it comes to women saying, "Oh, I should do a sex tape"?
No, not at first, because I already know that's how basically everybody usually starts. Like, oh my God, well, I want to do this. And then once they actually get into it and they understand how much hard work it is, they're like, all right, like I respect these women for what they do. It's kind of like strippers. Like, oh my God, everybody wants to be a stripper. Being a stripper is hard work. You know how strong they gotta be? Like, but if you put your mind to it and you can get it done, then go ahead.
All right. So yeah, all y'all women out there faking the funk, you got to do the work. You can't just say, all right, here's my titties out, give me $20. No, y'all got to put a little more work in.
Yeah,
it works for some people. I would say that it's easier for some people than others, but that's just how life is.
That's true.
Why do you think it's easier for some people? Do it have to do with, the way they look or following?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's way easier for white women. Like, they could be the most mediocre white women on the planet. They post their titties and they have like 13K likes, and it's crazy to me. Like, us black women, we always have to put the work in literally for everything in life. So we're just going by seeing everybody blowing up, and just us just, not getting any love, not even from black people ourselves, because they be trying to do us dirty, and it's just so
Cheap.
crazy.
Trying to be
Yeah,
cheap at
real
times.
cheap. They be trying to play us, and they be like, "Oh, I got money. All right, then let me see it." They be like, send a picture of some stacks. Oh, well, send me a video first, and then I'll send you $5. No, that's not how it works. You don't walk out the store with the chips and then pay later. This is not Amazon.
Even Amazon, you got to pay first, man. I don't know how that shit. Yeah, people got weird reasoning, but I feel that way in a lot of things, especially because I'm a little bit of a gamer, so I'll be watching some Twitch streams, and always the cute little white women got the most followers, and everybody else is struggling, and they don't even be good at this shit. They just be on there talking, and yeah, they be hogging up. It's easier for some people, unfortunately. We got to show our black women some more love. People, don't be cheap on them either. You paying them white women more.
Support black, man. This is a black owned sex store. Support.
Yes. Y'all got to. I like the products on here too, man. Like I said, pandemics, everything's opening up. We dating again. It's not a white boy summer no more. It's I don't know what this summer is called, but it's something going down. So yeah, everybody check out blacklux.com, BLVCK Lux LUX.com. A great assortment of things there. And what would you recommend for somebody who's just trying to explore their freaky side for the first time and maybe hasn't done it before? What product would you recommend for them?
I would recommend Stimulate Me if you're just now getting to like regular stuff. That's just a regular vibrator. Big Willie, I feel like that's kind of like a starter dildo. It's a little bigger than most, but once you put those two together, oh yeah.
Why is that a starter dildo?
I
it's
think
not
that's
big
the
enough.
only dildo I have at the moment. Like, I have some more dildos coming soon, but I think that's probably the only one on my site, I believe. So yeah, I'm gonna just call that the starter for right now until I upgrade and expand. And yeah.
Do you?
So I got it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask you because that got me thinking, because that thing looks big on your website, but you're saying it's a starter, so I'm wondering. So
yeah,
what is
right
the?
Here, I can pull it out.
Okay. What is the? So first off, how big is that thing, and what is the ideal size for? Because I know this is a tired question. I don't even like asking it. Like, does size matter? But what is the ideal size for you for a dude? And don't say 10 inches or better, because I'm gonna cut off this interview now.
I don't like big dick. I feel like big dick is just very overrated, and I'm good with little 6-7 inches. That's good for me. A little average. I don't want to say little average.
I was actually about to ask the same thing. What's the biggest you could go?
8.
So about
I think
8.
my boyfriend's 8, and he's kind of big, and something smaller than that fits me just right. Like this is, I think it's close to 8, and then this is probably like, I want to say 6, and this is probably like my favorite dildo. Like, I could do a lot on this one versus this one. So, amen.
Okay.
Fellas, you got a chance.
Yeah.
You ain't got to be a porn star.
Don't listen to these women out here saying you got to have no foot-long porno ass thing, man.
It's overrated. You don't need it. It's good to look at, but not to fuck.
What's the why is it I guess not good to fuck, I guess?
Okay, well, I'm gonna say for me, because I'm pretty small. I'm 5'2". I'm built just tiny. I want to say my coochie's kind of tiny too. So just like having some big guy with a big wee wee just ram into my little hole. Like that's you ever seen that little train go into the tunnel? That's how it be. I don't need that in my life. I need something that's just gonna fit right in and we make it work.
All right. Yeah, I see a lot of cap. That's another thing you see a lot of cap on Twitter for, man. A lot of men feeling insecure now because these women acting like if you ain't 11 inches or better, don't even hit up my DM. Like this, come on now. That's like 2% of men ever. But whatever.
Then when they get them, they don't know what to do with them. So it's just
exactly that too. That too. They ain't their ride game be whack. And that's one thing I gotta call that out now too, because I'm thinking about that now too. I feel like a lot of women's sex game is lacking. A lot of women think that a lot of women be kind of fake freaks. A lot of women act like they're down for certain things, but when you get them in that situation, you find out okay, that somebody lied to them because they were just having to get some. So it was like, yeah, girl, you the best I ever had. So what would you recommend for a woman to maybe trying to up her sex game, maybe trying to spice up her, and not just in terms of products on your site, but what would you recommend for a woman who's trying to up her sex game and please her man a little more? Like what would you recommend to get her started on that?
I think she would probably have to be open to the idea of actually like doing different things in the bedroom. So maybe like put some handcuffs in. We have a really good BDSM type kit. It's called the Red Room Bag. So you get handcuffs, blindfolds, rope, all those different type of things, and put that in the bedroom, and you're gonna spice up your life. So I think something like that would be good. But she gotta be down and open, suck dick upside down, eat some ass.
Mm-hmm.
The guy gotta be open too, because there's a lot of guys they say they freaks and they don't do nothing. They barely lick toes. Like if I want to put my foot in your mouth, you gotta lick a little something. But if not, then you're boring. Eat my ass, something. Damn.
Oh, that's normal though at this point. That's not even done.
No, a lot of guys they would be like,
feel like eating coochie is freaky.
Right.
Like it was freaky maybe back in '99, but now that's kind of a must. That's mandatory.
So since you brought that up, I gotta ask this too, because I've heard this as well, and I think it's wild. I understand some dudes got to be more open. I think pegging is too far, but I've seen some women be down for it and say that men need to be more open to it, and that it's not sus as they say. So what are your thoughts on that? Like, have you done that, and would you do it if you haven't?
I haven't done it, but I would like to do it. Like that kind of just excites me. Like, why not peg somebody? I don't know, maybe because I haven't done it before, I'm just like fantasizing, but I would do it. Y'all wouldn't do it?
No.
I
would. That's
too
far.
I never did.
You wouldn't do that?
me and my wife kind of old school. Like she don't even like her toes being touched.
Oh, wow.
So
that was me for a while.
Yeah, so I never. Sometimes I'll be joking around like I'm about to lick her toes, and she'd be like, "Oh." And then I guess recently, you remember where it was a trending topic of why women eat ass, and she was just so disgusted by that. So she a little old school when it comes to that.
I'm down for almost anything, but pegging is just too far for me. Like you can't put on a dildo. That's a bridge too far for me, man. I'm down for just about anything else, but I can't go that far.
Yeah.
So would you get your ass ate too?
Yeah. I mean, okay. Yeah, look, we had to cut this out the podcast. We talked about it once before, but we cut it out the podcast. But I feel like anything a woman does to a man with her natural body is fine. I just think that putting on the plastic attachments is going too far, and that's too much. Like basically something a man would do. But anything a woman does to you, yeah, I think that's just natural. I think it's fine. I'm open to anything like that. But the dildo thing, the pegging thing is just too far. But that's just normal to me, man. But maybe I'm just weird.
See, I wouldn't do that, but I feel like I think it's different when you married I feel like when you marry, I feel like you could do anything with the woman, long as it's with your significant other. So, but I think the problem is a lot of people don't be with the person like that. And so when they offer something like that, then the other person is like, no, like this dude weird. It's like, damn, like now this dude is exposed because he like his butt played with or something. But I think once you're married or with somebody that you really trust and is going to be with, not just a regular one night stand or something, I think all is fair game for real, for real. It's all about what you want, what you like, and what make you feel comfortable.
Definitely. You have all the time in the world if you're going to be with this person. So why not try some stuff out? You know, spice up your life.
Mm-hmm. It's not like you're going out there trying to find a man or something or cheat or something like that. If it's with the wife, then who cares? It shouldn't even be out there anyway. It should be personal. But who cares if you're not being unfaithful?
Right.
Yeah, just make sure you don't do it with a petty woman. Remember when Amber Rose called Kanye a fingers in the booty ass bitch? Ooh. Remember that?
Yeah. and see that's the stuff I'm talking about. I know they was in a relationship, but when you're not with the person that you trust or going to be with for a long time type thing, then you get something like that where it's just like, damn, we didn't did everything, and now as soon as I piss you off, now you got the Twitter fingers.
It's public information. Yeah. How dare she kink shame that man like that? I didn't like that.
How you gonna call him out and you was a part of the act too?
Exactly. You was the one doing it.
You put your fingers in his booty hole.
What does that make you then?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's like
the booty diggers.
Mm-hmm.
You digging for gold.
Like you can't. Yeah.
Oh man.
I ain't saying she a gold digger.
Digging for something. Yeah, so everybody check out the site BlackLux, BLVCKLUX.com. Get your freak on a little bit, man. We outside again this summer. It's gonna be a hot summer, as Cameron once infamously said. So everybody go ahead, check out the site, Black owned, Black operated. Check out the OnlyFans too. What's the OnlyFans link?
MissFrosty.com. So MissFrostii.com.
Okay.
That's me. Find me on Twitter. Okay. Yeah, man. Get at me.
What are some things on there? What are some things on there people can be looking forward to when they subscribe, or why they should subscribe?
I got some good news. My videos are like that. Like we actually put thoughts into our videos. I squirt sometimes. I'm a creamer, so I have a lot of cream videos, solo videos. So just check out, see what you like. If you like it, then stay. If you don't, then you could leave. Just don't charge your money back, because I'm gonna be upset. Like, dang.
Don't do that shit, man. That shit is so damn good, man. Like if you pay for it, pay for it. It's a whole bunch of times I didn't pay for shit and came out with nothing. You know what I mean? So like, don't do that.
And I'm calling everybody out. If you pay for a podcast, if you pay for the Joe Budden podcast, if you pay for the Maul and Rory response to the Joe Budden podcast, you can pay for OnlyFans. I see a lot of people acting like I would never pay for porn. But if you pay for everything else, that's stupid. You know how many dumb purchases I make in a day? A lot. I buy fast food I don't need. We buy things on social media we just see. Niggas buying podcasts. You can buy OnlyFans, man. It's like, come on, pay the people, pay the women, support Black women, support the sex workers. They working out hard out here, man. They working hard in a lot of ways. So you gotta support that. Y'all gotta.
And I hate the excuse that I ain't paying for porn and all this other shit. Nah, man. If it's somebody you really like that's on Instagram and they give you the opportunity to see them personally type thing on a personal level when it comes to the videos and pictures, pay for it. Don't sit there and scarf at it, like, oh, I'm too good to watch porn. Like, come on, man.
They be in my DM asking for free stuff too, and it's just like, you have all this free stuff on Twitter and on Pornhub. Why are you asking me for more free stuff? Like, you better enjoy the free stuff that I done gave you. Don't get greedy now.
100%. I think it's different because people are gonna be the women who sell a lot and are more famous. Of course, people are gonna look for the free stuff there. But when it's somebody like more local that you got to support that, man. People got to stop tripping on that shit. It ain't cost too much. So, and I'd rather pay the woman directly than pay. Let's say, remember back in the day, you had to buy a DVD. And it'll be like Brian Pumper or some nigga selling DVDs. Like, I don't want to pay a nigga for porn. I'd rather pay the woman who actually put in the work for the porn.
They go right to her. Yeah.
It'd be pocket change, $3-5. That's not bad. You get to see most of the stuff on the timeline anyway. So
yeah,
it's cheap.
Yeah. And just support Wynnter, man. I might have to support. I ain't gonna lie. I might have to pay.
Check it out. Yeah.
I had to pay for him. For a good month.
Tell your wife it's for research, okay? Let her know. It's for the podcast. Okay?
I don't want to get him in trouble.
I got to do a little homework for the podcast.
Yep.
I don't want no text messages.
Yeah, I'm coming to you as a woman.
Oh, hell no. Block, delete. I might just lie. I seen a bunch of tweets and they're like, yeah, just lie to the girl. Be like, yeah, I was fucking with your man, and then block her. So, hey, man, somebody ever come to me as a woman, just know I'm doing that.
Yeah, you don't want that kind of drama or them problems, man. That's too much. But yes, everybody check out Miss Frosty. Check her out on Twitter. Check her out on OnlyFans. Check out the site Black Lux. We'll be sponsoring the What a Bro Knows every week. We'll be bringing that back. Maybe have some special guests too. You never know. We might mix it up a little bit. But thank you again, Wynnter, for joining us. Really appreciate it. Had a good, enlightening conversation about things.
Thank you for having me. I feel honored.
Yeah, appreciate you joining us, and we'll see you again soon. So take care.